good afternoon. This is Dr. Anamta Rizvi, and today we are going ahead with Canadian literature questions. So, as this week we are continuing with the post-colonial literature series, and we have covered Indian literature, we have covered Australian, African, and today we are doing Canadian literature. And of course, before I start with the lecture, very happy Holi to all my students, and I hope this Holi is great and very funful for all of you. So let's go ahead with the class. And guys, just let me know in the comment section if I'm audible, visible. You guys can hear me, see me, okay? And before that, we go ahead, guys. So the batch that the paid course, जहाँ पे सारे 10 units cover हो रहे English literature के with good detail analysis and with great net oriented questions के साथ. Over here every day the classes are from 9 to 10 in the morning, so you can attend the classes. नहीं देख पा रहे हो तो आप recorded lectures भी देख सकते हैं. You're going to get all the PPT, PDFs, all the notes that are required and whatever that we discuss in the class. Okay, so hi Shivani, Prajwal, a very good afternoon to everyone. Chalo, let's go ahead with the class. And okay, so the first question that we have, which of the following is the debut novel by Gabriel Roy? Okay, Gabriel Roy Canadian writer hai. कौन सी debut novel hai? A notable writer from Saint Boniface, Manitoba, who is recognized for her contribution to French Canadian literature. A. Windflower, B. The Tin Flute, C. Shadows on the Rock, या D. The Mountain and the Valley. And the right answer for this is, hi everyone, Shivani, Prajwal, Rishu, Sumu, a very good afternoon. So anyone who can give me the right answer, which of the following is the debut novel by Gabriel Roy, a notable writer from Saint Boniface, Manitoba, recognized for contribution to French Canadian literature? And the right answer for this is, okay, hi Ranjit. And okay, so let's go ahead with this. The Tin Flute was published in 1914, won the Governor General Award for fiction, and it is considered one of the most influential novels, and the novel depicts the struggles of a working class. So over here we have, that is, just a second guys, just a second, sorry, yes, The Tin Flute. Okay, so the right answer कौन सा? The Tin Flute. So 1945 का ये work है, and one of the most influential novels in French Canadian. Novel क्या बात करता है? Working class family की in Montreal during the Second World War, and this played a key role in shaping Quebec's literary landscape and social awareness. And this novel was translated into English and became a bestseller in Canada and abroad. So the Tin Flute is the right answer. Okay, next we are going ahead with, and that is, name the 1985 novel by Jeanette Armstrong, which is regarded as the first novel written by an indigenous Canadian woman. मतलब कि the Canadian born origin वहीं का है उनका. So what is the name? Name the 1985 novel by Jeanette Armstrong. And any right answer for this? / Whispering Pines, Echoes of the Past on Spirit Tracks. And the right answer for this? Any guesses? / okay. So someone is telling me /. Okay, so Sumi is like / hai ma'am. Chalo, let's look at the answer. And the 1984 novel by Jeanette Armstrong is /. Excellent, that's very good. So / was published in 1985, and this is considered a milestone in indigenous literature in Canada. So yes, it's a seminal work, guys. / okay, indigenous literature, matlab literature that is homegrown, unhi ka native language ka literature. And the novel follows the life of a young Okanagan man, tracing his journey through activism and self-discovery. Armstrong, Sils Okanagan author, this all sought to present an indigenous perspective on historical and social issues. The book critiques colonialism, systemic oppression, and the struggle for indigenous rights. Okay, so this is an important work, and this is widely used in academic discussion on indigenous literature and activism. Okay, / is the name of the work. All right, now next, moving ahead to the next question. Okay, so now what term is used to refer to the group of Canadian poets? Okay, क्या term बोला जाता है उन Canadian poets को जो 1860s के हैं, They are from the 1860s who gained prominence during the late 19th century. Okay, 19th century mean का prominence बहुत ही ज़्यादा हो गया. What is the term that is used for those 19th century poets, Victorian poets, literary circle poets, confederation poets and nationalist poets? We know Victorian era तो हमारे British literature का है. Canadian poets को क्या बोलते थे उस time पे? And well, some people are saying confederation poets. And let us look at the right answer. The term that is used to refer to the group of Canadian poets born in 1860, that is 19th century. And well, the right answer is the confederation poets. Excellent, very good. Sumu, Rishu, very good, very right answer. So the confederation poets were a group of late 19th century Canadian poets. And confederation poets bolte the. Why? Because their work was influenced by romanticism and early Canadian nationalism. इनके notable members कौन-कौन होते थे? तो ये इनके जो 19th century के Canadian poets इनको confederation poets बोलते थे. The poets are Charles G.D. Roberts, Bliss Carman, Archibald Lampman, and Duncan Campbell Scott. They all were called confederation poets because they were born around the time of Canada's confederation in 1867. Their poetry often focused on Canadian landscape, identity, and cultural themes. Okay, so this becomes a very important one. Hi everyone, good afternoon, Aruna. Okay, next we have identify the American-born Canadian writer who won the Pulitzer Prize for fiction and the Governor General Award, and her first novel Small Ceremonies was released in the year 1976. Okay, so वो कौन से हैं जिनको पुलित्जर प्राइज मिला है, जिनको एक गवर्नर जनरल अवार्ड भी मिल चुका है? So her first novel Small Ceremonies, okay, आई थी 1976 में. Margaret Atwood, Alice Munro, Carol Shields या Mavis Gallant? And the right answer for this is, some people are saying Carol Shields. Okay, so should we go ahead and look at the answer? Alice Munro. Acha, theek hai, chalo, let's see. And the right answer is Carol Shields. Bilkul sahi. A lot, I think Carol Shields was given answer by Sumu. Very good, Sumu. Carol Shields was born in the United States, but later she became a Canadian citizen. Okay, so Carol Shields was very prominent literary figure in Canada. She won the Pulitzer Prize for fiction and for the Stone Diaries. Okay, so Pulitzer Prize उनको fiction में कहाँ मिला था? Stone Diaries में मिला था. Her debut novel, and that is Small Ceremonies, that was in 1976, explored themes of identity and creativity. And Shields का जो writing है, Shields writing is known for its detailed character studies and strong feminist undertones. And she also received the Governor General Award and numerous other literary honors. Okay, so this Carol Shields becomes a very, very important, very prominent figure, and something that you must know from US to Canadian citizenship. Okay, all right. Chalo. Next, we're going ahead to. Okay, so which Canadian literary critic and editor authored Potian? Which Canadian literary critic and editor authored Poteen, a pot pouring of Canadian essays, 1926 का work है, and this was an insightful study of Canadian literature. Okay, एक insightful critical assessment आप कह सकते हैं of Canadian literature. In Poteen, a potpourri of Canadian essays, John Metcalf, किसने ये वाली book edit की है? John Metcalf, Northrop Frye, William Deacon या Malcolm Ross? And the right answer for this is, okay, some students are telling me, ma'am, Northrop Frye hai. Let us look at for the answer. So the Canadian literary critic and editor जिन्होंने Poteen लिखा है, critical work है, and इसका right answer है 1926 का work है William Deacon. William Deacon was an important literary critic in Canada during the early 20th century. So William Deacon becomes a very important seminal figure. इनकी जो book थी Poteen, a potpourri of Canadian essays, 1926 में, this examined Canadian literary traditions, okay? And he was known for his wit and insightful critiques of Canadian authors, and Deacon played a very important role in shaping the development of Canadian literary criticism, and his work helped to bring recognition to early Canadian writers, and poets. Okay, so this William Deacon becomes a very, very important literary figure during that period. Then you have next, and that is who wrote Anne of Green Gables. Okay, Anne of Green Gables किसने लिखा है? 1908 का work है. Okay, and that is a classic children novel that has remained popular since the mid 20th century. Anne of Green Gables is actually a very popular novel children literature में बच्चे इसको बहुत पढ़ते हैं. 1908 मतलब काफी साल हो गए, 100 years से ऊपर भी वर्क है, तो एक क्लासिक वर्क की तरह बन गया है ये. वो किसने लिखा था? लूसी मॉड मॉन्टगोमरी, स्टीफन लीकॉक, रॉबर्टसन डेवीज या मार्गरेट लॉरेंस. ओके, एंड ओके, so we have answer. Somebody is telling me Margaret Lawrence is the right answer. Let us go have a look at this. Anne of Green Gables 1908 में लिखा गया है, and that is Anne of Green Gables 1908. Sorry guys, just a second. Anne of Green Gables 1908 is one of the most beloved children novels in Canadian literature. And Lucy Maud Montgomery, she was the one. Okay, Lucy Montgomery said the story in Prince Edward Island. So who is the writer? Lucy Maud Montgomery was a writer of Anne of Green Gables, and she became a literary and tour, and that is the Prince Edward Island, and which became a literary and tourist landmark. Okay, so Prince Edward Island पे based है, जो कि आगे जाके एक literary tourist landmark बन गया था. And this novel follows Anne Shirley. What is the name of the character of this novel? Anne Shirley, an imaginative orphan who finds a home with Marilla and Matthew Cuthbert. Okay, so this is about an orphan, a little girl, and maybe how she navigates her journey. So Montgomery wrote multiple sequels to the book's massive popularity. तो जैसे हमारे टाइम में कौन सी बुक बहुत पॉपुलर? J.K. Rowling बाय हैरी पॉटर. जो सब लोग, सब बच्चे इसके बड़े फैन थे. मेरे टाइम पे तो सब एवरीबडी वाज रीडिंग हैरी पॉटर उसी के टाइम पे. वैसे ही मॉन्टगोमरी का ये वाला वर्क बिकेम वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. बहुत सीक्वल्स इन्होंने लिखे थे एनी ऑफ ग्रीन गेबल्स के. And the novel has been adapted into films, TV series, and stage productions worldwide. So yes, Anne of Green Gables becomes a very important part of popular culture as well as classical work. Okay, all right. Yes. Okay. Next you have, which historical figure, a prominent indigenous leader, played a key role in resisting colonial expansion and is well remembered for his efforts in uniting indigenous nations. Okay, so कौन सा historical figure है? A prominent, sorry guys, just a second. चलो मैंने आंसर ही बता दिया यहाँ पे. ठीक है, आंसर दिख गया है सबको, not a problem. Just let's look at the question again. वो historical figure, so we can Tecumseh. Okay, so we can say the answer. Tecumseh is the right answer, and Tecumseh एक historical figure थे. He was a very prominent indigenous leader in Canada, and he played a very key role in resisting colonial expansion. Okay, so जिस तरह से our national leaders, our freedom fighters, Mahatma Gandhi, Nehru, and all those freedom fighters we had, they played a key role in resisting colonial expansion. वैसे he also played Tecumseh, and is well remembered for his efforts in uniting indigenous nations. Okay, and Tecumseh is बिल्कुल सही जवाब. मैंने पहले आंसर सबको रिवील कर ही दिया था. So that becomes an important one, and Tecumseh becomes the right answer. Okay, so Tecumseh was a Shawnee leader who fought against American expansion. Okay, American expansion in the early 19th century. So this was a big thing. American expansion ko control karna, stop karna at that time. He sought to create a very powerful indigenous confederacy to resist colonial encroachment. Okay, so yes, his role becomes important. Then he allied with the British during the War of 1812, but was killed in the year 1813. His leadership and vision made him a legendary figure in indigenous history, and Tecumseh's legacy continues to inspire discussion on indigenous sovereignty and resistance. Okay, so this becomes an important one. Tecumseh, remember this name, a very important name in the freedom struggle, national struggle of Canada. Okay, next we have, all right. Okay, what is your name? God is Good Shepherd. I totally completely forgot your name. It's okay. I'm sure it is everyone. See, this is not an exam. We're just practicing. So please, uh, just just have good fun and just good learning. Okay, from here. All right. So let us go ahead with this. Who is the author of the short story collections Bad Imaginings 1993? Who is the author of the short story collection Bad Imaginings 1993? And Pleased to Meet You in 2006. Very interesting. Okay, Manisha. Fine. Okay, so 2006 का work है ये and 1993 का work है. So we have who is the author of the short story collection Bad Imaginings and Pleased to Meet You 1993 and 2006 का work है. Robertson Davies, Mordecai Richler, Caroline Addison, या Gil Adamson. And the right answer for this is, who is the author of the short story collections Bad Imaginings? Okay, so सब कह रहे हैं B, that is Mordecai Richler. Okay, Sama Singh Anderson. Okay, so Sumu, Rishu, Shivani Singh Anderson, Manisha is saying ma'am Mordecai Richler hai. Let us look at the right answer. And well, the right answer for this is Caroline Anderson. Guys, C is the right answer. So Caroline Anderson is a Canadian writer. Okay, so Caroline Anderson is a Canadian writer and she is known for her sharp and witty short story. Okay, so what witty short stories likhti hai? She's very sharp in intellect, very smart. Bad Imaginings 1993 was her debut collection and she was shortlisted for Governor General Award. Okay, this is what she was shortlisted for. Pleased to Meet You. Inka 2006 ka work hai. Pleased to Meet You. And she continued her exploration of human relationships with humor and depth. And her works often feature strong, independent female protagonists. Okay, so the female protagonist over here, very strong in character. Will. Okay, so Anderson has also written novels and children books, expanding her literary influence. Okay, so this again becomes an important one. Then you have next, and that is identify the first novel of Timothy Findlay. Okay, the first novel of Timothy Findlay, which was one of the first books to be classified as Southern Ontario Gothic. The Last of the Crazy People, Dinner Along the Amazon, Famous Last Words, or Not Wanted on the Voyage. Okay, so identify the first novel of Timothy Findlay. Timothy Findlay, again, an important seminal Canadian writer. इनका पहला book कौन सा था? Which was one of the first books to be classified as Southern Ontario Gothic. Okay, so हमें British literature का Gothic work तो पता है. Horace Walpole का The Castle of Otranto. अब Canadian literature का हमारा कौन सा है? Okay, so who is going to tell me the right answer for this? A. Okay, so Manisha is saying A and Sumo is also saying A, The Last of the Crazy People. Okay, चलो इसका सही जवाब देते हैं. And title से तो यही लग रहा है. The Last of the Crazy People. Perfect, very good, excellent. The right answer is this. The Last of the Crazy People, written in 1967, was Timothy Findlay's debut novel. And this is considered a prime example of the Southern Ontario Gothic literary tradition. And this novel follows a young boy who is growing up in a dysfunctional upper class family. And Findlay's writing style blends psychological depth with dark, unsettling themes. And then his later works, including Not Wanted on the Voyage, cemented his place in Canadian literature. All right. And then, so this becomes an important work. Okay, so The Last of the Crazy People, 1967, was Timothy Findlay's debut novel. All right. Next we have, yes, Last of the Crazy People, just answer diya, bilkul sahi jawab hai. And a lot of students, Manisha, Sumu, Shivani, Rajkumar, sabne bola hai. Good. Okay, so next we have, who wrote the novel The Book of Negroes? The Book of Negroes, जो 2007 में work लिखा गया है. The Book of Negroes, 2007, also published under the title Someone Knows My Name. Okay, The Book of Negroes का एक और title क्या है? Someone Knows My Name, 2007 का work है. ये कौन से writers हैं इसके? Sarah Selicki, Kevin Patterson, Stephen Leacock या Lawrence Hill. And the right answer is The Book of Negroes, also published under the title, that is Someone Knows My Name. Okay, it's a very different sort of a title. And who's going to give me the right answer for this? Stephen. Okay, Stephen Leacock. A lot of students are saying C, ma'am. Stephen, Lawrence, Shivani is saying ma'am Lawrence Hill hai. Rajkumar is saying Stephen Hill. And well, the Book of Negroes is of Lawrence Hill. Very good, Shivani. Excellent answer. Lawrence Hill is most acclaimed works, and this novel tells the story of Aminata Diallo, an African woman that was kidnapped into slavery. Okay, so novel एक story बताता है. What is the name of the character? Aminata Diallo, an African woman who was kidnapped into being a slave. Okay, so that is the Book of Negroes, and this title refers to a historical document that recorded black loyalists who fled to Nova Scotia. Okay, so this then becomes it. Then the book won the Commonwealth Writers Prize and other major awards. Okay, so the Book of Negroes is a seminal work even in your Black African literature, and it was adapted into a television miniseries, further increase its cultural impact. So Book of Negroes miniseries में मिला है, web series में, and so that, and this becomes a very important one. Aminata Diallo, okay, इनका work है ये, remember this. Then you have next question, and that is, who among the following is the author of Dante's War? Okay, एक book आया है, उसका नाम है Dante's War. This is a novel about Italian soldier who is stationed in Africa during the Second World War. Okay, so Dante War के बारे में इस novel है about an Italian soldier. किसने लिखा है? Jack Wang, Sandra Sabatini, Martin West या Ethel Wilson. And the right answer for this is, who among the following of authors Dante's War is a novel about an Italian soldier who is stationed in Africa during the Second World War. Okay? Okay. Okay. And the right answer is, okay, ठीक है. Sandra Sabatini, सब कह रहे Sandra Sabatini. I'm getting answer Ranjit and Sumu, everyone. And well, the right answer for this is Sandra Sabatini. Very good. Sandra Sabatini is the one who wrote Dante's War, which explores love and war through an Italian soldier's perspective. A very wonderful work. This novel examines the personal and political consequences of World War II. This makes a very seminal work, World War II ka. Sabatini's writing is known for its lyrical prose and emotional depth. And Dante War, जो work का नाम है, it is praised for its historical accuracy and vivid storytelling. And the book highlights themes of resilience, displacement, and identity. Okay, so this becomes a very, very seminal work, guys. All right, so Sandra Sabatini, everybody give me the right answer. Good. A lot of students said this. Chalo. Next question we have. Okay, you have to guess the name of the person. He is a Canadian writer and translator from Montreal, Quebec. His novel Boo, written in 2015, बहुत ही मतलब बहुत पुरानी कोई novel नहीं है. His novel Boo won the Hugh McLennan Prize for Fiction. Identify this person. Okay, Hugh Hood, Bill Gaston, Dennis Bock या Neil Smith. Okay, कौन Canadian writer जिसने and translator भी है. He is a writer. He is a fiction writer as well as he is a translator. Okay, from Montreal, and his novel Boo 2015 won the Hugh McLennan Prize. Okay, so किसने लिखी है work Boo in 2015? And okay, Dennis Bock. Is it Dennis Bock? Okay, so a lot of students are saying Dennis Bock is the name. And let us look at the right answer. Neil Smith. Guys, the right answer for this is Neil Smith is a Canadian writer, and he is known for his novel Boo, written in 2015. Okay, so Boo is the novel that is written, and Boo is a dark yet humorous coming of age story that is set in an unusual afterlife. So Boo is about an afterlife work, and this book won the Hugh McLennan Prize for Fiction. Smith is also a translator and has contributed to bilingual literature in Canada. Okay, so translator bhi hai, and bilingual literature ko enrich karne ke liye translators play a very important role. So yes, and his writing style blends realism with surreal, thought-provoking elements. So Neil Smith is a Canadian writer known for his novel Boo, written in 2015, just 10 years back. So yes, this makes it a very seminal work. Okay, all right. Neil Smith, Shivani Sumu said Neil Smith. Good. Next you have, next question. Which work by Francis Brooke? कौन सा work जो Francis Brooke का था, and that was published in the year 1769. That is long time back, guys. 18th century. बहुत पुरानी work की हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं. Okay, which work by Francis Brooke? मतलब Francis Brooke must be one of the foundational writers of Canadian literature, right? So इन्हीं के 1769 में इनका work आया था. Is often considered the very first Canadian novel. जैसे हमारे Indian literature के बारे में पूछा जाता है ना, that which novel was the first novel? That was Raj Mohan's Wife. That was the first novel. So over here, Francis Brooke का कौन सा novel is considered to be the first novel of the Canadian literature? And the right answer is History of Emily Montague. अच्छा ठीक है. Roughing It in the Bush ये है. Canadian Wildflowers, The Journals of Susanna Moodie, or The History of Emily Montague. And the right answer for this is Emily Montague. D. Sumu and Shivani both are saying ma'am D है सही जवाब. And चलो ठीक है. And the right answer is yes, The History of Emily Montague. That's a perfectly right answer. Very good, guys. Written in the year 1769 by Francis Brooke, and this is considered the first Canadian novel. And the novel is written in epistolary format. अब format जहाँ पे इसी time पे 18th century में लिख रहे थे, चाहे वो Sam Richardson हो, Henry Fielding हो, a lot of writers wrote in epistolary format, which is a letter writing format. Okay, so letter की तरह से पूरी की पूरी book आती है 1769 में Emily Montague with characters and exchanging letters. It provides one of the earliest literary depictions of life in Quebec under British rule. Brooke, an English writer, lived in Canada for a time and used her experiences in the novel, and the book offers insights into colonial society, romance, and cultural difference in early Canada. Okay, so this becomes an important work. Then, okay, so our next question we have, this novel is a fictionalized account. You have to guess the name of the novel and the author. So this novel is a fictionalized account of the infamous 1843 murders of Thomas Kinnear and his housekeeper Nancy Montgomery in Canada West. It won the Canadian Giller Prize and was shortlisted for the Booker Prize. Identify this novel. Okay, what is the name of this novel? Is it Alias Grace by Margaret Atwood, The Stone Angel by Margaret Lawrence, Sunshine Sketches of a Little Town, Stephen Leacock, या Beautiful Losers by Leonard Cohen? And the right answer for this is A. Alias Grace by Margaret Atwood. Let us have a look at this. So the novel that talks about the murders of Thomas Kinnear and his housekeeper Nancy Montgomery in Canada West. And well, the right answer is, and that is very good, Margaret Atwood ka Alias Grace, written in the year 1996. This is a historical novel by Margaret Atwood. It is based on the real life case of Grace Marks, a young Irish service convicted of murder. This novel explores themes of gender, class, and psychological manipulation. Atwood employ करती है a blend of fiction भी है, historical research भी है, it's a real incident. So yes, she blends history as well as fiction together and makes it a key work of historiographic metafiction. Okay, written in 1996, and the novel was adapted into a successful Netflix miniseries in 2017. So किसी को देखना है तो देख लेना, 2017 का वर्क है ये, Netflix पे भी आ गया है. So all right, so then we have, the trouble with all of us is we are where we shouldn't be. Okay, ये quote है, the trouble with all of us is we are where we shouldn't be. These lines are from a very well-known work of historiographic metafiction. Identify the novel. Okay, so ये बहुत famous line है, guys. जिसको नहीं पता है, just learn this line for sure. The trouble with all of us is we are where we shouldn't be. Okay, The English Patient, Life of Pi, To Solitude, The Stone Diaries. Okay, and the right answer for this is कोई कह रहा है B, कोई कह रहा है English Patient, कोई कह रहा है A. चलो हम लोग इसका सही जवाब देखते हैं. And guys, The English Patient by Michael Odanji, one of the most seminal work, a Booker Prize winner. So 1992 में एक movie भी आ चुकी है इसके ऊपर. So The English Patient, written in 1992 by Michael Odanji, is classic example of historiographic metafiction. Novel interweave करता है multiple perspectives and timelines. It won the Booker Prize and it was also adapted into an Academy Award-winning film. So that's a huge thing. Booker Prize भी मिला था, Academy Award भी मिला है इसको. And the story revolves around 4 individuals in an Italian villa during the Second World War. इसमें एक Indian character भी है, guys. And Odanje's writing style is poetic, introspective, and rich in historic detail. Okay? And then, so guys, with this, I'm coming to an end with my Canadian questions of your post-colonial literature. So yes, we are done with India, we are done with Africa, Canadian, Australia. So, and now we will be going ahead with Caribbean literature on Saturday. So guys, if you want to go ahead in a detail, बहुत ही ज़्यादा आपको in depth में जाना है, you guys can go ahead with my course that is for rupees 4,359. And this course is basically for all the students who are really very serious about it, because guys, जो मैं notes देती हूँ, आप लोग को उसको बहुत ही net oriented notes होते हैं. I encourage all of you to read more into it, और depth में पढ़ना है. And all the guidance you get through my notes, everything, every day we will meet in our recorded lectures would be there, regular classes hoti hain. And so this is a very important time also to join the course. Why guys? Because March mid nikal chuka hai, हमारे पास just April, May है, 2.5 months. So if you are really serious about your preparation, go ahead, join the course, be a part of this journey and succeed in the upcoming exam. So guys, on that note, please do like the session. Okay, so thank you everyone. Thank you Ranjit, Rishu, Sumu and everyone. So make sure that guys you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and definitely I'll see you guys tomorrow in the same time. And all my paid students who are willing to go ahead with the course or who are there, I will see all of you tomorrow 9 a.m. in the morning. Thank you everyone. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.